LOUDdispatch. Take us to your leader, the leaders of this great podcast.
They want to talk to us?
Me? Him?
Like
us?
Us? What for?
Really? Why? LOUDdispatch. Hi, everybody.
Hello, LOUDdispatch. Welcome to episode 34.
Loudies.
LOUDdispatch.
They're Loudies. We're LOUDdispatch. Hi, Loudies. Welcome to LOUDdispatch. You're here for episode 34. Aliens and shit.
What? Aliens and shit? Yeah. No, that's actually what this episode is about.
Yeah, it's going to be about aliens and shit.
Yeah.
Why?
What?
Because aliens.
Because aliens. Because fucking why not, right? Like, we still got the sign flashing. We're going to give somebody, like, a seizure or something.
Oh, yeah, the sign is still flashing.
Let's not do that. Let's go back to our favorite color here. Little greenery.
Little greenery.
At any rate, so welcome to LOUDdispatch, episode 34. Today, we decided, with there being so much interest in the news currently about these
aliens
leaked. Yeah, everybody talks about aliens.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, we decided to delve into the issue of aliens, being as though next month there will be some more declassified information about aliens and alien existence. So cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
First
You know,
off.
I mean, I'm down with aliens.
Right.
Fuck it.
So actually, I have a series of questions here, Mark, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, let's rock and roll.
Why don't we start with one of these, and then we'll go into.
Wait. All right, before we get into the alien thing, I just want. So Cheech had sent me this podcast or this news article here, and I just want to just the title alone has nothing to do with aliens.
Nothing.
Hasbro now owns Death Row Records.
Think about
because
that, bro.
Why not? It's 2020.
Think about that.
It's actually 2021, but Hasbro Toys owns Death Row Records now.
Yeah,
I just want to point that out. The whole world has gone fucked.
Nah, bro. Go ahead and Google the top 10 highest paid like MCs, like rappers, and like you'll see that like it's nobody that you would expect. Like.
Oh no, yeah.
There's people up there, but you're like, really? Like,
Still, I just. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I had to do that.
So, starting off this podcast, Mark, do you think aliens exist?
What? Do I think aliens exist? So,
do you think they're real? Do you think they're like?
I think they're
Bigfoot and the Loch Ness
possible.
Monster?
I don't know yet, but I do think it's possible. And even from a religious standpoint, you know, who really knows what God's thinking? You know, maybe he has a whole other fucking experiment going on somewhere. From other aspects, why couldn't life grow on other planets and other galaxies if we grew?
Well, and yeah.
So yeah, you know, yes, I think it's very possible. I just haven't seen any yet.
So there's actually like a famous like algorithm that you can like accomplish in science to show how many other
Life forms or could
life
be
forms, yeah.
Oh.
No. Other exact replica planets of Earth there could be out in the vast like galaxy. Like if we're one,
it's
like
pure happenstance. Something.
What I'm saying is that if we are one planet out of what 9 or 8 now in our solar system, 10.
I think it's 9. Yeah.
9. Are we still counting Pluto?
Yeah, Pluto's our planet again.
Bitch? All right. I'm just saying. You mean to tell me? Okay, so that's only in the Milky Way galaxy, though.
Oh yeah,
there are so many other galaxies out there that, like, you mean to tell me that there isn't a planet?
No,
like,
that's just our fucking solar system.
That's exactly.
We don't even know in this galaxy if there are others. There are billions of suns in our galaxy alone, and it's all a matter of how big and hot it's burning versus how far away the planets are from it.
I mean, unless you
and if they're spinning and all that. I mean, there's a lot of happenstance.
But like, unless you learn to like live in that type of environment, you know what I mean? Like,
no, life has to be sustainable somewhere, and so it depends on the life form.
Unless the sustainability of the life form is different than our makeup.
But what I'm saying is, you're saying that nobody knows how many Earth-like requires a certain climate, a certain mixture of gases in our atmosphere. But yeah, you're right. Every life form or alien could live in a different type of environment. Some of them could stand great cold, and some of them could breathe nitrogen, and
some of them could just be Pittsburghers. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean, like it's crazy.
Straight up. So
with that being said, let me ask you this: it's definite for you. It's definite. If you were to meet an alien, Mark,
yep,
what would be the first thing you do? Let's just throw a hypothetical out there and say that you're driving down the road, right? And you stop at the local gas station where you normally do to get a pack of cigarettes or what have you.
Am I out in the desert?
No, you're in your hometown. And
I'm at Sheets. Okay.
And like it's late at night, and an alien like walks up to you and goes, "Greetings, Earthling," or whatever they say in their native language, and like tries to have a conversation with you.
All right. Chances are, okay. First of all, anybody, a motherfucker just sneaks up on me. I don't care what you are. You're probably going to get, something's going to happen. I'm going to swear at you. The first thing I'm going to ask you is what the fuck you want. But if I knew it was an alien, if I saw it coming from the distance and it was walking up to me, I would ask first, I'm sure it'd be either where are you from or why are you here? You know?
You think that's what you would ask?
I think so.
They just walk up and say, "Greetings, Earthling."
Like, what's up, man? What you want? You know? What you need, homie? I don't know. Are you 420 friendly?
This is honestly a question. Like, where are you from? Like,
I don't know, man.
How did you get here? Like, what?
No, I'm saying like those are the questions.
Yeah.
I don't. Unless I would be like, the fuck? That might be the only question. You
So with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to a quick news story. By the way, all of our news stories tonight are not so much news stories as they are like alien related, just because we're keeping with the theme here. And this news story, to kick it off, is like the news story of news stories when it comes to like, this is why we're shooting this podcast.
UFOs are about to make their way to the U.S. Senate.
This is on NBC's website.
Here's what to know.
NBC.
It is NBC. Decades after flying saucers first captured Americans' imaginations, Navy video that defy explanation have sparked legitimate inquiries, including from senators.
Oh,
and there is a video here.
There is.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool though. Some night vision and shit. Okay, U.S. intelligence agencies are expected to deliver a report on unidentified aerial phenomena.
Really? I wonder why they'd have to do that.
Why can't we? What happened to UFO? What the hell is a UAP?
Oh, you didn't hear? They changed it.
No, that's bullshit.
No, they did. I swear to God.
Why?
I don't, bro.
There's nothing gender wrong with UFO. Unidentified flying. It's literally gender neutral.
You're right. UFO stands for unidentified flying object.
Yes.
So what does
unidentified aerial phenomena? So it could be so what they're saying is it's not necessarily a flying object. It could be
a flying bird,
a bright light in the sky. Maybe you can't tell what it is. It's a bright light in the sky.
It's
so
still
it's an aerial. It's a phenomena in the air. Okay, no, I still like UFO.
Okay, I'll give you that.
They're two different things.
Yeah, they are.
They're two different things.
You're right. You're right.
All right. So they're going to bring a report on UAPs to Congress next month, sparking renewed interest and speculation into how the government has handled sightings of mysterious flying objects, and if there's any worldly explanation for them. The unclassified report, compiled by the Director of National Intelligence and the Secretary of Defense...
This is like some SHIELD shit.
Yeah, right? Aims to make public what the Pentagon knows about unidentified flying objects. There they are.
Ah, there we go. We've made it in there.
And data analyzed from such encounters. While UFOs have been part of America's mythology for decades, this report is different. Legitimate debates over UFO sightings have gained traction in recent years after several leaked photos and videos from the U.S. Navy appeared to show mysterious flying objects in American airspace.
Dude.
A lot of those get claimed as
they used to be like
Navy tests or Navy tests,
like
Project X kind of crap. But,
right.
Maybe some of them are. I do believe that happens. But so last year, the Pentagon declassified 3 such video captures by Navy pilots.
They did. Did you watch them by any chance?
No.
Yeah. I mean, like it's like surveillance footage. So they're like, what is that? You know what I mean? And like, granted, like you do see like some object that like definitely doesn't look like it, but there's no like, it's like literally like a black dot, and you're just like watching it, and you're like, oh, it's like a Doppler. Like,
Yeah.
I can't get excited about that. Like, I want to see a fucking alien like sit down and take a shit and be like, hey.
Well,
I don't live here.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Squatting on a beach somewhere, you know, like
or whatever they do, squeeze their fucking horns. I don't know, man. Like
their snorkel.
their snorkel, their snorkel blat. Like,
Yeah, you know, like.
so I'm
ahead.
just gonna go ahead because I have
yeah.
a lot of questions for you about
'em.
this topic, and we're just gonna shoot at the hip.
Rapid
like
fire,
cowboys.
baby.
Pow, 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 pow,
We're gonna
pow,
bump
pow.
fire like Chuck Norris.
Oh, he said bump fire. What'd you say about the defensive position?
Bump fire?
Defensive position?
Yeah. Oh, you want to talk? It's a YouTube channel that I do about guns and defense and defensive thinking and situational awareness. Check it out.
Which actually brings up a good question.
Shoot it.
All right, so
I gotta quit doing that.
well, actually, we'll start with two. First of all, how would you let your wife know that you actually met an alien without her thinking that you were crazy or on drugs?
So I'm already crazy as fuck. So like she knows it. So all I have to do is be like, I saw a UFO, and she's gonna be like bullshit, and then that's probably gonna be the end of that. And I'm gonna be like, well, I'm gonna tell somebody who actually cares, because she won't.
Would you call me?
Oh fuck yeah!
You would call me and be like, bro,
Yeah.
I just met an alien. Like, he was at the fucking
yeah.
sheets, and I, like,
Dude.
stopped there after work, and he was like, what's up, bro?
Me and we became friends. No, I'm
Can't even
pretty
pronounce his
fluent.
name.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
fluent. We were like,
Doing some MIB2 shit. Like, so would you ever ride in a UFO given the chance?
goddamn right.
You would ride in a UFO? Like, if an alien was like, look, we have to butt probe you, but you can ride in our UFO.
Oh no. I
What
didn't
if they let
know.
you drive
I mean,
it? What if they were like, we'll take you into outer space and you can drive it around the block, but like the galaxy a bit. But we have to butt probe you.
Are you putting me out for the butt probe? Am I getting anesthesia?
You're getting their form of like some medication.
Oh, it'd probably be good as shit
You
too.
have no
Yeah.
idea.
Okay.
You have
I'm
no
done.
idea.
I'm in.
I mean, think
I'm
about
in.
it. Like, how long has this been going on for? Like,
I'm in.
You'll butt plug for
Butt probe.
butt probe
Yeah,
for
butt plug. I'll butt probe for a chance to drive the spaceship. I was gonna say before you brought up the butt probe, I was gonna say if it's like a 2-person spaceship, one alien, little, I'd do it in a heartbeat because I'm not worried about them.
It is.
you know?
It is. It still is. Like,
Well,
a small,
it can't
like,
be that. It's
like
gonna
a
be big
Rick and
enough. They're
Morty.
gonna put
It's like
a
a Rick
probe
and
up my
Morty.
butt.
Well,
I don't watch Rick and Morty, but no other reason that I just never have. That's all.
you should.
I will.
You really should.
A lot of people told me that.
You really should. So okay, last question, then we'll go to another one of the stories that we have here, and this one really like pulls at the heartstrings and is really difficult for me to even ask you. But
Damn.
do you think that aliens already know that the Steelers are a nation? Or do you think that they actually honestly have questions whether or not, like, the Steeler Nation exists, or if they're just a group of, like, drunken people that collaborate in one city?
I think as far as aliens are concerned, Pittsburgh Steelers Nation is the nation that they're looking for.
Oh, so you think they're actually looking for the Steeler Nation?
Yes, when they come here and say, take me to your leader,
That
they
actually-
mean Dan Rooney.
That kind of actually
Yeah.
makes sense.
Oh, yeah, no, totally. You know,
Because-
we look for the leader of your nation, and I'm going to be like, oh, that's Ben Roethlisberger, motherfucker. Come on, we'll find him.
Yeah,
You know?
like, especially if you think back on like all like the radio transmissions and like audio transmissions that might be like hovering through. Like,
Yeah, man, listen to Steelers games.
from like 1983 and shit. Like,
These guys are great.
wow.
The 70s, 80s we sucked. It'd be the 70s.
Regardless, they'd still be like, like, wow, that's crazy. Like,
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like,
Hand-to-hand combat. You know, I'm going to bring this up real quick. I say give them all weapons in pro sports. I think it'd be so much better. Let them take steroids and give them all weapons.
oh my god.
All right, anyways, go ahead.
I actually tend to agree with you. Like, have like your regular like ones, and then have like the steroid.
No, all of them steroids. They get paid enough. Give them steroids. Let them go in there with like gauntlets on their fists and stuff.
They do. Don't think they do. All right, so one more, and then we'll get the stories. What would you do? What would be the first thing that you would introduce to an alien? So let's say you came over to do this.
or beer. I mean, it'd be the two. Here, you're gonna love this shit.
That would be out of all the things that you can introduce them to on Earth. Like, this is like an alien coming down here, never been to Earth before. Like,
if you ask me on the defensive position, it'd be the business end of my pistol.
Oh my god!
I'm kidding. I would never say that.
No, he would. He absolutely would. He absolutely
it would probably be green or something, you know, or like
that would be the first thing.
Or a party. Like, dude, check this out. We're going to a rager right now. You got to come. In fact, can you drive?
Wow. Like, hey, can you DD with the spaceship?
No, he's gonna drive. I mean, he could drink if he wants.
He's like, yeah, but you got to get in the spaceship and drive.
Hell yeah!
And you got to
sit on the probe to drive it.
Yeah, right.
That's how it works, right?
That's exactly.
They actually sit on a probe and they control it with the sphincter.
I don't know. We're all speculating here. We'll find out next month, I guess. Maybe. All right, so last thing here before we get to some
these are fun.
sponsors.
I like these.
This is a question for you. What do you think aliens look like?
Ooh.
Because let's face it, there's been a lot of alien movies.
Well, there are different aliens.
And
so
aliens
like,
are depicted, which is another question.
There's the Greys, which are the major, like the one that you always think you see the big head, big eyes, little mouth. The Greys.
The green ones, you mean?
Well, no, they're the Greys. The green ones look similar, but they're lizard people.
Yeah.
The lizard people are different.
Lizard people. We're talking about.
No, but they're aliens. Lizard people are still aliens.
Are they?
Yeah. And there's the Gorgonauts.
Interesting.
They look like poo-poo. No, I mean, I don't know. I think they would look. I don't think they'd be as scary as they would be gross. How about that? That's about the most I could say.
I would agree.
I feel like you'd see liquid and pus in like a bubbled form, and then pop on their skin, and you'd be like, "Ew,
Jesus Christ, man!"
I think gross more than scary. I don't think you'd see like horns and teeth. And
see, I don't think horns and teeth, but I think that they would be like I don't know. I'd like to think that and again, this is one of the other questions that I had for you is what planet do you think the alien that we first meet will come from? But I think that, in all honesty, like, we already know that there are other like life forms out there. Like, I think the government actually knows that there are other life forms out there. Whether we've made contact with them or another.
I mean, Area 51.
Has,
do you believe that Area 51 stores secrets of hidden?
You know what, bro? I'll bring this up just because I haven't yet, but like, MIB is actually a very good point, right? Like
Men in Black, yeah.
Yeah, like when you think about MIB, right? It's a shitty kids movie.
No, it was a great kids. It's a great adult movie. It was good.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
But it's all about these men in black who come in whenever, there's like an alien invasion or like something happens and they're gonna neutralize or that like
it's the secret alien task force for the government.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, for the world.
MIB is Men in Black. And
we're telling people like one, like anybody's listening. Two, like they haven't seen it already.
Right, like
you
if you don't know
mean?
what the Men in Black are like. The good guys dressed in black. Remember that, just in case we ever face to face and make contact. Anyway, I didn't. Anyway, Will Smith's in the movie. By the way,
I'm trying to remember what my favorite was. The bug in the whatever his name is suit.
No, but yeah, well. With that being said,
before we
go on to our next question here, aliens, I think we can agree, may take different life forms depending on different planets.
Would they be more humanoid? I don't know.
Right. But would I be correct in saying that
every planet would yield a different look? And I do agree. Yes.
Yeah. So depending on what planet they're from, they would look different, right?
Okay.
Right.
And then you were going to ask me what planet do I think the first?
Yeah.
X-23. No, I don't know. It's not going to be from any of the ones that we've named. You know what I mean? 2382569 star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm curious though. They're going to have some weird name for it, like.
They're going to have a whole new language.
Oh,
we might not even be able to hear it.
It's going to be mathematics.
It's going to be weird.
That's how we're going to communicate is mathematics.
I agree with that. Mark, why don't you go into the next news story that I sent you there? It's not really so much a news story, but
it's kind of a list.
Breaking.
7 things most often mistaken for UFOs.
7 things most often mistaken for UFOs.
A funny-looking cloud or an exceptionally bright planet will usually do the trick. I'm kind of skipping over that first part. Here are our top 7 things that drive space-related hoaxes.
Just get to the
Lightning, number 7.
Lightning. People honestly think lightning is UFOs. Okay. No, that's fine.
I think so. Have you ever seen lightning
Thor?
roll? No, you've seen lightning roll horizontally across clouds, right?
Yes,
And not actually touch down.
Yes.
I think that is what when you see a little glimpse of that, people think that. But come on.
Really?
There's still thunder.
Are you really thinking that?
No, I hope not.
I really hope
I think
not.
it's a made up. Who the fuck live? I don't know. That's a weird way to write science, but Live Science is the name of the site.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
6, missile tests. Because we see a ton of those.
Yeah. There's not too many in Pittsburgh. I mean, not saying that there isn't. We do have the Bettis plant.
Although, that's a kick-ass picture. That picture's a missile launch. So it's basically, it was a missile launch over northern Norway. A great spiral with a green-blue beam of light shooting from its center. Lit up the sky.
But who's to say that that wasn't an alien spaceship taking off and not what we're actually thinking it was, right?
But it turned out the lights were caused by a Russian missile that failed just after launch.
Oh, well.
According to Russia. So somebody said that.
So it wasn't just made up out of nowhere.
Basically spun out of control and they created a mysterious rotating spiral effect. Okay, cool.
Right.
5, weird cloud formations. Come on now.
For real, who's looking up at the clouds oh my God, it's Gandhi. Bro.
No, that I could get, but a spaceship? I was gonna say I can understand when they see Jesus Christ's face and but a fucking spaceship.
The sign has finally shown itself.
Yeah, what is it? What? It was Independence Day where didn't they roll in big clouds?
They did,
and then
they did.
That was a great movie too, by the way. Will Smith.
Yeah,
another alien movie.
Oh, what the hell? Yo, now that you're saying this, I'm thinking Will Smith.
He's in a lot of them.
He is in quite a few sci-fi movies.
Yeah, Signs might be my favorite alien movie though.
That's actually, God damn you, that was one of my questions. What's your favorite alien movie?
Signs. And then maybe Men in Black.
M. Night Shyamalan.
I just liked how it was just a good fucking movie.
Man, I'm going
Swing for the fence.
I'm gonna go with Alien versus Predator.
Okay, I mean, I wasn't even thinking that genre, but yeah, that's a good one too.
It's a fucking alien. I'm asking you about alien movies.
Predator alone is a great fucking movie, and so is Alien.
If we're going with kids movies or family-friendly movies, I'm gonna say Men in Black because I feel like that franchise,
really, it was creative. It was all the different aliens, the way they worked it was very creative.
But they're never gonna do a bad movie. That production company is never gonna do a.
No, that's true. Okay.
You know what I mean?
If they are, we're not going to be talking about it. So.
Right, exactly. So that would be your.
So 4 is balloons.
Yeah.
3 is Venus. I mean, I could see that, but.
Did you say penis or Venus?
Venus, Venus.
Venus.
Because it flickers, and I could see that. Airplanes. All right, whatever.
By the way, real quick.
Military experiments,
hold on,
number 1.
You're a light guy, right? So when you say flickers, right?
Yeah.
The same way that stars shimmer. What that is technically when we're looking up at these stars and these lights in the sky and Venus and stuff, we're seeing clouds pass through them. However, it's dark out, so we don't see that. We just see the clouds passing as a way of kind of covering the stars and then coming back. That's where the twinkle, twinkle little star, that's where that actually comes from. It's from clouds crossing still, because the Earth is rotating, right?
Well, if you look, though, so I watched something on this recently, and that is true.
It is.
But there are also types of stars that flicker. So you know what you're looking at. It's our sun.
Absolutely.
It's a burning ball of glass.
Right.
Or gas. And
but
you see that flicker. And light travels so far sometimes that things get in its way. And that's another big part. Like what you're saying, clouds. But none of the clouds. Celestial bodies get in the way that are billions of miles away, and that light gets broken up.
So with that being said...
You're at Science Hour.
That led me to another question.
Okay. God damn it, I got to quit touching this.
No, now I don't even know where that question's at. But, so given that, right, time travel, that's why I left it off. So time travel, technically, right, we've broken the sound barrier, but we haven't been able to break the light barrier. Now,
it's way faster.
Well, obviously, yes. Sound and light travel. For people who don't know, Science Hour, Bill Nye the Science Guy sponsored this episode.
Yeah. No, it was Jim Nye, his brother.
Yeah, he just sent us this one beer and a half-smoked Newport. I don't know what that was all about.
It was more than half smoked. It was actually, you could tell it was butted out. He picked it up out of an ashtray.
He was like, "Here you go, man. I sponsored this
That'll work.
I don't know why I got all southern.
I science too. My brother's not the only science bitch in the family.
Yeah, my brother's not the only science bitch. But yeah.
Go ahead with time travel.
So with time travel, like hypothetically speaking, do you think that we have governmentally actually figured out a way, like?
Do we know how to travel light speed yet?
Do we know how to time travel? Like, there are pictures. Hold up. There are pictures on the internet, and I'm not saying that because the internet has everything right. But, like, in all honesty, do you think that in 2021, we have not figured out how to go faster than the speed of light?
Does your car fly yet?
No.
Then we have not figured out the speed of light yet.
We're not the fucking Jetsons either.
No.
Right.
When
people introduced the electric car, did everybody jump on it, or was it kind of like a still growing thing?
It's a still growing thing,
right?
But, sorry, I'm typing. You fuck. So speed of sound is 343 milliseconds. Miles a second. I guess I don't know. Fuck. Hang on. Let's get a better. What is the exact speed of sound on Earth? The speed of sound. At sea level, assuming an air temperature of 59 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 degrees Celsius for you Australians like Aussie Rick. Is 761.2 miles per hour.
That's very interesting. That is very.
But what I wanted was the speed of light because I wanna explain. Like, I think just knowing this, will tell you why.
Yeah.
In miles. Light from a stationary source travels at 186,000 miles a second. A second. Okay?
Wait. Say that one more time.
186,000 miles a second.
186,000 miles per second.
Per second.
Per second.
So every time we've said this.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah.
4, 5. Like
light from nearly 200,000 miles away has hit us.
So what we're talking about here also is a thing called like when you watch a film, right? Like you watch or video games and you see that FPS, that frames per second. That's frames per second. What that means is that when you flip through, like you make a flip book and you see it moving steadily, that's your eyes and your brain literally.
Your brain sees just
it's showing
snapping pictures, snap, constantly.
But it makes it continual for you, so it makes it look like this person is walking or doing something, and it's called persistence of vision.
Okay. Yeah,
is what I was getting at. It's called persistence of vision, where you actually see that. So that's when frame rates, and the human eye theoretically can't see past 18 frames per second, but that's another. We're getting way off topic.
We did cover this once before too.
We did, but we're getting way off topic. So we're just gonna go back into questions here because I got a couple that I got to really fire off here that I think that you're gonna like. Go ahead, you do.
So I'm doing some math here. Yeah. So the sun is 94.058 million miles away from us. Okay, that's fucking far.
That is far. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not denying that.
That means that with light traveling at 186,000 miles a second, at that distance, it takes light 505.68 seconds to get to us. That is 8.42 minutes to travel from the sun to us.
Think about that. That's an
incredible fucking speed. That's why we have not been able to do that. That is
right.
The human body, we cannot build something yet that can withstand that kind of friction and G-force.
Right. Like literally the light from the sun takes almost 9 minutes to get to our actual eyes.
Yeah, what you're seeing when you look at the sun is 9 minutes old.
That's crazy.
But it's crazy that it's that, but it's crazy how fast that is for that 94 million miles.
So my point being is that, if we could figure out if we could figure out a way to move time at that speed, right? Like from a mathematical point of view, if we could figure out how to move at the speed of light, I feel like you would almost be able to reverse. Like
that's the thinking.
That would be the thinking behind.
That's the thinking because time
time travel.
So yeah, if you could break that speed,
right,
then you would be actually going reverse in time. You would be preceding light.
Time.
Yes, but it's not possible. You know. Now, are there other ways? Do they talk? You know, they talk about wormholes and stuff. There are other ways besides light
like
speed.
Wormholes.
You know,
got like. Well, when you think of it too, like you can also think of like multiverses, right? Like we are in a universe that's comprised of people like us. However, somewhere in another universe, there's something exactly like us doing something similar to this, only on
you're talking multiple dimensions kind of thing. Yeah, we're like literally the idea of that would be literally there are versions of us sitting right here in the same space, but on a different plane.
Bro, you know what though?
So we're getting way off, but yeah. Holy shit.
Let's pump the brakes a little bit and let's get back to the questions. By the way, I'd like to say thank you, loud shout out to Fat Ass Glass, to Lighter Bro.
I'm
gonna front with you. Look. My lighter bro has come in so handy.
Best Christmas present ever, right?
Dude, no joke. No
lighter
joke,
bro.
right?
We love you guys, man.
So my lighter bro has come in so handy at work, right? I work in the industry, and I've been able to use, like, the pick tool and the knife tool to, like, open up locks, like, for, like, little shit. Like, there's a bottle opener on there. Like, there's so much stuff that goes on with this thing.
Yep.
And it's literally, like, the size of a Bic. The only difference is that I'm not losing it because it literally has a clip on the back that like sticks in my pocket. It's fucking wonderful.
They're incredible, man. 20% off if you use code LOUD. LOUD.
And 10% off if you use
Fat Ass Glass.
Yeah, code LOUD.
So 20% off code LOUD at Lighter Bro. 10% off code LOUD at Fat Ass Glass.
Yeah. What's the other one? Woofy?
It's code Woof, and it's 20% off at. I wasn't even going to mention these anymore. It's code Woof, and it's at the Buddy Bandana. BuddyBandana.com. You can get matching swag, and all proceeds benefit.
Not those ones.
But all proceeds benefit kennel, shelters and everything. So, very good cause. But check out Fat Ass Glass. Check out Lighter Bro. Tell them we sent you by using code LOUD. And motherfuckers, if you're still listening, go to our YouTube, smash that like and subscribe button.
Smash that like!
Because if you're still listening, you have to either like us or hate us. And either way, you want to see what we have to say next.
One of the two.
Smash that like and subscribe.
You have to wonder what the next question I have to ask Mark is. Because I have a good one for you, Mark. Really? Is that what
I don't know. Go ahead.
All right.
Oh, my back.
Where do you go if there's an alien attack?
Where do I go if there's an alien attack?
That's what I asked.
Chips.
Well, fuck. That was. You checked the words right out of my mouth. No, Brando's cabin.
Brando's cabin, but I would first stop at Chips, and then we'd meet Brando on the way. Absolutely. Same thing with the zombie invasion.
Yeah, zombie.
Same thing with the zombie. I mean, that's a really great defensive situation.
That's actually, you know what? I'm going to stop you right there because while we're on that topic, I would like to ask you another question. Who you think would win in a fight between an
Rambo or
wait.
Good.
An alien, a zombie, a werewolf, or Bigfoot?
I'm a huge fan of Bigfoot, so I'm going with Bigfoot all the way. Motherfucking Sasquatch is my man.
Bro, over an alien, a zombie?
Well, I don't know anything about aliens, all right?
You don't know Teen Werewolf? Come on,
Teen
man.
Wolf?
Teen Wolf, yeah.
Teen Werewolf.
Teen Werewolf.
Teen Wolf. First of all, that's a pussy werewolf.
It was.
I would have knocked the teeth out of that werewolf. I'm thinking more like, what was the movie with Jack Nicholson, Wolf or whatever?
Oh.
That's a more... But I got to say that Sasquatch is also a vicious animal with opposable thumbs.
Is it?
Yes.
Nobody's ever seen one.
Nobody's ever seen an alien, but we're doing a whole podcast on that shit. So I'm a huge fan of Sasquatch. That motherfucker exists. I got your back, dude.
Sasquatch.
If somebody shoots a Sasquatch, I'm coming for you.
No, if somebody shoots the Sasquatch, get in touch with us. We won't even tell anybody. We just want to see it.
No, I'm pissed. I love Sasquatch.
I'm just saying though, like if you find one, like
the skunk ape, the skunk ape. That's what they call them down in like Texas and stuff. The skunk ape. And then there's a Yeti, which is like the northern Sasquatch. So I don't know. So the alien, the problem with the alien,
Yeah.
I have no idea what the alien
What
looks
their
like, what their
capabilities.
ability is or anything.
Right.
So I'm cutting them off right off the bat. I'm just gonna say they're tall, lanky pussies with big minds.
Are they though? Because they've made
I don't
it
know.
here. They've made it here. Like obviously,
big minds. They can make shit.
But look at
you know?
look at what we have as far as defense wise goes, and like think about being like light years ahead of us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But we're talking about a fight, not
Right. That's exactly
fist
my point.
fight. Like I'm thinking, like here's your naked
you
alien.
you don't think the alien has some kind of
Like
crazy
telepathy?
gun? Just like
No, but say he can't have a
bang,
gun.
Like
We're talking about a
fight. Well,
a melee fight. I'm saying a melee fight.
Bigfoot has
Thumbs.
big feet.
He has thumbs. He could literally grab the wolf and rip its head off.
I don't know, man.
Dude, have you watched Kong Skull Island?
But if a zombie bites you, you're dead anyway. Like you turn into a zombie.
Not necessarily right away. You can still.
You don't
First
think-
of all,
well, can a zombie?
listen. What kind of zombie is
Wait a
this?
second.
No.
That's
Go ahead,
exactly
go
where.
ahead.
Well, that's where.
Go
That's
ahead.
exactly where I'm going. What zombie? Right? Like
I'm talking Walking Dead zombies.
Now wait a second. Walking Dead zombies. Have you ever seen a zombie animal?
Yeah, it was in
You've seen?
Resident Evil.
No. Have you seen a zombie animal?
I mean, not in person.
But like what I'm saying is like we don't see zombie animals, right? And there's a reason for that.
Because they eat the whole animal.
Well, no, because like you think about it, right? Like animals wouldn't become zombies. They're not like intelligent. Like they should though, but like it's never been established.
But they have a
in
brain.
films.
You don't need to be intelligent
Right.
to become a zombie. You just need to have a brain that gets infected by a
So-
disease that wants you to eat everything.
So that makes me wonder, right? If it's
All right.
only like a human thing. Anyway, yeah,
No,
we're not
here's my
bothered.
thing. Wait, zombies. Is it Walking Dead zombie or is it World War Z zombie?
World War Z zombie.
Then the zombies number one all the way. Taking everything out. Those motherfuckers. I mean, you're
crazy.
talking 35-mile-an-hour sprinting. They could run up walls and
Literally,
shit.
yeah,
Those things
they can
scare
have their
me.
arms and
Look,
legs ripped off and still come at you with their teeth. like that.
Sidebar. All right. You put me in the Walking Dead world.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do okay.
All right.
You put me in World War Z world. I'm literally just going to sit there, curl up. I'm going to get drunk as fuck, like throw up drunk, and then I'm just going to let them eat me. Like I'm telling you right now, I am getting fucking
He said throb drunk.
alcohol poisoning drunk. If I don't die from a zombie, I'm gonna die from the alcohol.
Because fucking why not?
Why not? I'm not gonna be alert for this.
Way, yeah.
I'm not gonna be alert for this.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
we're talking the whole gamut of fucking substances at that point. I'm gonna go walk up to them and be like, "Eat me."
Mark,
Go ahead.
do you think that the aliens helped the Egyptians build the pyramids?
Ooh, now there we're getting into my shit. Why? Because aliens.
Right, because aliens. Think about it though. Like now, realistically, because the way that you answer this question tops the list of the first question where I asked you, do you think aliens exist? So, do you think aliens helped build the pyramids, or do you think that Egyptians that had no
the
power
architectural-
tools had the architectural capabilities to move blocks?
I definitely know that they were able to, because even if the aliens helped build, they did not do most of the manual labor. Why would a great being do that, you know? So they definitely, they know how, like, you could roll those blocks, pull them on, like, logs, and you run the log up, and, like, you can move big wood like that without, or big bricks like that without power tools or machinery or things.
Sure.
It just takes a lot of people, and they got to be strong. Did they help? My thought was more engineering them, because when you get into one, they're just networks of tunnels and stuff.
Yeah.
And like I could see
Traps.
an Egyptian building this block pyramid, but like having all these
Sure.
intricate things inside of it and stuff.
Right, that's my
and
point.
that leads me to believe that the pharaohs were aliens, and that's why they engineered their own tombs. Whoa! I just ripped this shit wide open. You heard it here first, motherfucker. Loud dispatch first.
Mind blown.
Breaking news.
Mind blown.
Yeah, so I think that the pharaohs, like the Sphinx, what a massive undertaking
That would have been.
without machinery. I mean, I
that's what I'm
could.
saying, yeah.
It could be done.
Right.
Like we saw it done with.
Hypothetically, yes.
Well, we saw it done. Like they used dynamite and explosives when they did Mount Rushmore, but
still.
But the Sphinx, I mean, you're talking thousands of years ago, and you're talking, I mean, no, they didn't have explosives yet, so they're chipping away at this thing. You're talking sandstone, which is brittle. You know, you chip wrong, and that's
like Brita.
That thing's going to just be like, poof, into a pile of sand. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm no architect. I'm not an expert, but I would think that, I think something greater than their minds figured that shit out.
That's very interesting.
And I've seen Transformers. So, you know, fuck off.
do you have a final news story for us?
I don't know. I think there's one.
I don't even know.
I don't necessarily want to do it.
I'll tell you what. Let's just go with final thoughts on this one. All right?
It just basically says that most Americans believe government keeps UFOs secret. Well, duh.
Obviously, that's what we've been talking about the whole thing. So,
you don't say.
With your final thoughts.
Okay.
Mark, on the topic of aliens, do you think an organization like MIB
exists?
Do you
do
you think that there is a government cover-up, and do you think there is an MIB organization?
All right.
Organization.
I don't think that there is an organization with a bunch of aliens working in an office for them.
Sure.
But I do think that there are.
No, I agree with you on
I
that.
do think that there are government agencies that aren't known, that deal with anomalies, anomalies. There we go. I do think so. Have you seen Kong Skull Island?
No.
I've watched it twice recently, actually. It's really good. Really well done.
Well, because the movie I watched today was total shit. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Kong Skull Island. Remind me after this. I'll give you my HBO password.
I have one.
Okay.
I got it.
It's on there.
Bro, I got all that shit. Come on now.
So the hollow earth theory is mentioned in it, right? And that's kind of the point of it. And I actually kind of believe that there's not necessarily to the extent they take it with Kong versus Godzilla and stuff, but I do not deny that there's possible caverns deep in our crust. I'm not saying that they're lived in by monsters and stuff, but I think that, you know, anyways.
That's where your Bigfoot's at.
The idea, though, is no, Bigfoot's in fucking Montana, and I'm gonna go find him. Teddy, I'm coming.
Cryptozoologist.
Oh, we got to do more crypto stuff. I love this shit.
I figured you'd like.
I want to go on a fucking Sasquatch hunt someday.
See, I knew Mark was gonna.
I'd love to. Not a hunt. I want to go shake his hand.
But happy birthday, Mark.
Oh yeah,
Mark's birthday was yesterday.
It's my last year of the 30s, man. So here we go. I'm gonna kick its ass.
Think of it in a good way.
That is a good way. I'm still 30s.
Yeah.
Next year, I actually can't wait to be 40. That's just a cool number.
I can wait.
It's a cool number. I'm still 21 in my mind.
You're only as old as you think you are, so it is what it is.
I'm sorry, Alex. What was the question?
So is MIB real?
So I think that there are. Oh, what I was saying with Kong Skull Island is they had Monarch, this government agency that dealt with abnormalities, anomalies and stuff. I do think that there are agencies like the ATF and stuff that would deal with those things. I just don't. Actually, it's the BATFE now, so fuck off. That's stupid. The BATFA. I do think that there are agencies. I just don't. I don't think that there's like agencies where there are aliens working for them and stuff. I mean, I would imagine that if you got into Area 51, there's probably some agents there that can't tell you who they work for and stuff.
With my final thoughts, I want to ask you a question.
Shoot, baby.
As far as artillery is concerned, right? Like the way that like explosives or guns or like let's just
ballistics is what you're talking about. So you're talking about ballistics.
Let's talk ballistics.
Okay.
How much has it changed since the beginning? Let's say like the Winchester. I don't know what the first gun was, but let's just say like the gunpowder.
Let's go way back real quick.
No, I'm just saying. But within the past, I don't want to go all the way back. I just want to go within the past 20 years.
So
has there been like crazy like ammunition differences? Like are we shooting lasers yet? Like
yeah, actually,
what do you like?
Actually, we can.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Like, where have we come?
Really. I'm gonna outline the history in about 4 sentences here. Gunpowder was invented by the Japanese, Chinese, Asian countries. It became in fireworks. Then we started using it for cannons. Mm-hmm. Then we found, we figured out how to make tiny cannonballs, and we shot them out of muskets.
Sure.
All right?
Sure.
So that was the original. Very unreliable, very inaccurate.
Right.
Smooth bore, little ball. From about here to that camera, you could guarantee you'd hit somebody. After that, you have no idea.
Okay, next big...
Next big advancement was rifling and barrels. Rifling and the cartridge, the bullet shape that you know today.
Now, mind you, like, give us a rough timeline. Like, how long did it take from, like, gunpowder?
From muskets to that?
Muskets to that, like...
roughly, like, say 50 years.
Okay.
We were really using muskets. Then we got into cartridges where they were starting. So they started putting rifling in. They figured out that if you put spirals in the barrel, the bullet spins in the barrel, and when it comes out, it's spinning, and it's much more accurate from much farther. So they figured that out.
By the way, there is a purpose to this.
I'm sure we'll get there.
Yes.
Then they came up with cartridges where they packed the barrel. So you were originally ramming gunpowder in, then ramming a wad of something in there, and then ramming the bullet on top. Now they came up with all-inclusive bullets. Gunpowder, everything's in there. It has a primer. The hammer comes down, or the striker hits it, fires the bullet out.
Right.
Still rifled. Rifling has only gotten better. They've come up with different shapes and stuff for it.
Throwing a spiral football.
Yes. It's basically, if the tighter the spiral, the further and faster it'll go. Mm-hmm. So that was the biggest advancement to me, was the rifling and the cartridge. Now, from there to today, you have, not only do you have, say a 50 caliber is probably about 5.5 inches long in the cartridge with the bullet.
Okay.
It's about a 500, they call them grains. It's literally a grain of sand or a grain of bread. That bullet will travel at close to 4,000 feet per second, and it'll travel that fast, very accurately, for about a mile. And when it hits you, it's so heavy and has so much power to it, it will separate your body if it hits you. If it hit you in the side and came through, it would literally rip you in half at that distance. So now we have guns that can shoot that bullet at 1,000 rounds a minute. Gatling guns. So the reason you do a Gatling gun in multiple barrels and they spin is because it's so fast and they get so hot that if you had one barrel, it would melt within a few seconds. The whole barrel would just melt.
If you ever want to watch like funny videos, like there's videos of like dudes like wrapping their like ARs and like bacon and like,
you can cook that shit.
Cooking bacon off and, like,
but so that's why they came up with that. That was another huge advancement. Came up in I think the Civil War or somewhere around there. The Gatling gun, and they started learning you could really fire off fast rounds, but you need to cool. Anyways, we have sonic cannons, we have laser cannons now. We have actually been able to focus sound.
Now, when you say laser cannon, because we all know what the sound cannon is. Sound cannon is literally like making an audible
focus sound waves
to
power.
A certain object. But I'm talking about like
you want to get into pulse rays and lasers.
Have we actually discovered a laser gun?
We actually have a commissioned battleship with a laser on it.
What?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes, so we have been able... So you all know what a laser is. Rough idea is a laser is just the focusing light to a point where it's hot.
Wow.
Very fucking hot.
That's kind of crazy, though. Like, focusing light or any matter, for that matter...
It depends on
to a certain point, and then...
They sell... You can buy blue lasers online... Blue, purple. Yeah. So you got to think about light waves. Red is the first laser. It's the
spectrum of light.
Very, very wide range. Whereas you get the green, which is real, like one of the brightest that could go the furthest, and it's a real fast fucking. We're
getting way off topic, but we're talking about
we're gonna get there. I think you're getting into how could we use them to defend ourselves from aliens?
What I'm getting at is that in every alien movie, we always see like them shooting fucking lasers. And my whole point with this question being, to sum it all up, is if, like, in the past 20 years, if we haven't made, like, significant, like, advancements as far as, like, how we destroy other human beings or, like, how we defend ourselves, right? Like,
you're asking,
how are we going to defend against...
Will our current technology defend against...
Right.
greater technology.
Right. That's exactly what I'm asking.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm asking.
As of we don't know.
You know what I mean? Like,
We don't know.
You shoot an alien, you have no idea because you don't know if that's going to
an
do
atom
anything.
bomb can pretty much. A nuclear weapon could pretty much disintegrate material, right?
Absolutely.
So is that enough? Do they have?
I don't know. Man.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
something that's been around for so long.
It's all questions that we'll never know.
Right.
We won't know until we get there, and it's
So in the final thoughts here, my thoughts being is that
I'm going to show you a laser cannon fire. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna watch that.
Yeah, after this though.
Do you think that if we were to get into a position where we were having to fight aliens, that the U.S. government has some sort of weaponry that we don't know about yet that would be worthy of fighting off aliens with higher... We're hypothetically speaking that aliens have a higher technology and higher IQ.
I think that we are advancing quickly. Mm-hmm. Are we there yet? I don't know. Do we have the weapons yet? I mean, I'm about to show you a laser cannon mounted on a battleship, so we're getting close. We're getting close. I don't know. I do think that we're working on that.
Okay.
I mean, we're about to fucking bring alien evidence into Senate, so there's got to be they've been working on this shit forever. I mean, we have planes that could do Mach 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So yes, I do think that that's in the works. I just don't know where we're at with it. But yes.
With that being said, aliens exist. Aliens are coming out next month.
Because aliens.
Because aliens. Hashtag we are not alone. All right? And I'm not talking about the Michael Jackson song we are not alone. I'm talking about like there is extraterrestrials out there. Are you
I'm not denying it.
All right.
I'm not denying it.
So
I don't know, but I'm not denying it.
We've made a believer out of Mark.
No, I'm already there.
You've been a believer this whole time?
Yeah, I just
Are
don't
you
know.
a Monkees fan? I'm a believer.
I love the Monkees. You kidding me?
Yeah, you're not a believer. I'm a believer. All right. Aliens exist.
I'm a loudie.
Exist.
No, you're a loudie. We're Loud Dispatch.
Yo, Loud Dispatch, episode 34.
Be good, guys.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Be good to each other.